Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Cummings, also known as JC. I'm the CEO as well as an artist with Dead Broke Records, also a co-host with the Underground Railroad here at WBFS 89.7 every Saturday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is Isreal, Soul Plantation. Also was a host of his own radio station with Isreal Radio.
IsrealRadio.com.
Okay. Just to give you a background, I came from doing poetry, just always being around hip-hop music. I'm originally born in Oakland, California, grew up in Los Angeles, California, went to high school in Compton, California, you know what I'm saying, and came out here to go to school at Florida A&M University. I was doing the dual program with Florida State and FAMU at one point in time with physical therapy, but once music bit me completely, I just had to let school go. Not telling y'all to do that, but with Dead Broke Records, what we represent is nothing matters but the music. We really want to get back into what hip hop was really made for, which was having fun, but also being a form of self-expression. Being able to say what was going on in your environment, being able to put it in a way that was entertaining, witty, and even challenging some of the lyrical greats that we have in our mind. My angle as far as doing music, as far as getting back to the self-expression, was to always be able to reflect with this JC. So anything that you hear me do, you're hearing stuff that I've seen like firsthand.
How everybody doing? My name is Isreal. I'm from Miami. Ooh, they kind of I am the founder and CEO of Soul Plantation. I also have an internet radio station called Isreal Radio, IsrealRadio.com. It's like 24/7, 365, non-stop hip-hop. I'm also on WBFS, Underground Railroad, 5 to 8. I'm an engineer. That's what I went to school for audio engineering. I've been doing hip-hop since like a tyke, you know. I memorized my first rhyme, full song, when I was like 7 years old, which was LL Cool J's Jack the Ripper, which came out like 88, so that was a long time ago. I'm pretty much like a community activist, hip-hop activist. That's how I linked with this guy here, which is a real special dude, because he's doing plenty of things everywhere. I used to do an event in town called Chocolate Soul, which is like a hip-hop live music fusion, which he did with a group called Runaway Soul, and that's how I first met this guy.
Good old days, man. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
A couple years ago.
That was a while ago. So pretty much what we do, getting into the term of the social economics, is try to activate people through hip-hop, which will activate our pockets somehow. Our pockets are deactivated at this moment. MC, a producer, part-time, in-training DJ, just learning how to break dance. So hip-hop is my life. Everything that's hip-hop, that's me. If it ain't hip-hop, it's me too, but I'm mainly hip-hop. That's what I focus on. From all aspects, not just the music side, but from the cultural, from the cultural to the political to the economical to the spiritual side. Hip hop affects many different things, so that's what I represent.
So these cats all heard Bitches last week.
Okay, with Bitches, yeah, it does address how a male might feel about the opposite sex. my verse comes from a standpoint of how males feel right now, because right now there's a big communication gap between males and females sometimes. Here it is. Now before y'all go say this nigga ain't shit, let me break down the reason why the term does exist. Shorty got a man who be breaking off the grips, But don't you know she's slick? She go suck another dick. Heard all the time that he opened up the doors, but behind his back, this girl's acting like a whore. Even lay shorty with a nice gold chain. Damn shame, since he's on tape getting trained. Damn, Mickey Mouse, your chick is a rat. At your wedding, slow dancing with another cat. Valentine's Day with flowers in the tub. She came home, gave him a hug, then bounced to the club. Told homeboy need to find someone else. Why respect her? She don't respect herself. If it's all a game, then I gotta push a button. There's a big difference between a bitch and a woman. Now, with that, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot different from what you normally would hear with bitches. However, to come to their defense, in a sense, in a certain environment, in a certain community as well as certain aspects, unfortunately, when you do have people who don't have their own self-esteem to a certain point where they're carrying themselves in a derogatory manner, it's easy to throw that out there. It's easy, and you can actually walk outside this classroom, go on campus, and you probably will hear some young ladies calling themselves bitches. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. It doesn't mean that we go ahead and exploit that, but for an artist to go ahead and share exactly who he is, that is something that he's going to report and relay in his music. We are at a time where that seems to be changing, where we're not necessarily saying it to be disrespectful, but you are saying it, just to point out, what do you see like on an everyday basis? I mean, everybody raise their hand. Who has heard a female or just another dude call another person, no matter what the gender, a bitch?
In the last hour.
So
yeah, right before I walked in.
So while the term, it can be seen as negative, used in a very artistic way, it is a very accurate portrait of that reality that particular artist is facing. Hence the song, Bitches.
Straight up, like, if you look back probably like in the 80s, early 90s, when it came to hip hop, it was more about upliftment. Like, all the women were really sticking together on some upliftment type thing. You had people like Queen Latifah, like she carried herself, she carried herself as a queen. You had people like MC Light, like you had even like Lauryn Hill. When people see Lauryn Hill, you never see her in a disrespectful manner. Whenever you did see her at the height before she went crazy, is everybody, straight up, like everybody seen her, and when they talked about Lauryn Hill, it was different from how they talked about Trina, or how they talked about Kaya, or how they talked about Lil' Kim or Foxy Brown, because she carried herself in a different manner. And that was more prevalent in earlier times in hip hop as a whole. But as we all know, sex sells, porn industry is the biggest industry in the world, makes more money than anything. So now it's more about selling your image, selling your looks, instead of selling your talent or selling your womanness or your manness. A lot of times men degrade women because that's what is looked at that a man should do. A woman degrades herself because it looks like for her to get on, she has what she has to do. So you have people like Superhead who actually exist. Like, who would actually go to a person named Superhead? It don't even make sense. Why does a person named Superhead exist? Why does she have so much attention? And you have all these other women who are intelligent, who are talented, who nobody will even give 2 seconds to pay attention to because they busy reading about who did Superhead suck or something like that.